the stage by far the most famous person. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage by far the most famous person here. Please welcome his first time doing stand-up comedy, Mr. Nick Rekieta.
I've been saying it wrong this whole time? I thought it was like the cheese. None of the other guys can, none of the other grandmasters can play this because they're all in bed with Nick Ricotta, all the Meltons and the Super Tip guys. They're all Team Ricotta and Team Super Tips. Oh, he's already getting a big laugh. Oh, he's bending over. Happier times for Steel Toe. This is when they started doing coke that night. And this only happened because Chrissy Mayer's dad got allegedly because of a bad gambling advice or something, whatnot. Sight gag, that's always a hoot.
How's it going? No, I've never done stand-up before, but it's great to be invited.
He's already better than Ray.
To do stand-up with a bunch of cripples and retards. It's like American Idol, like you know you actually have talent because everyone else has a good story. Like, what's your story? Like, did your mom die because her boyfriend beat her? I'm like, well, no, he was white, but no, the thing is, like, I don't have one.
You wait.
And they're like, oh.
I'll wait.
Well, you know, yeah, like I just grew up normal, like middle class or whatever, or upper middle class. Like, I think that's what white people call middle class. But I grew up like that, and I don't have a sob
Middle class? I thought he grew up rich.
Story. And they're like, well, how do we sell it? I'm like, well, I'm white, so a bunch of people will identify with me because people still don't on TVs. And Mexicans only watch Univision, so we're fine. No, it's gonna be good, Fox. We'll be great. But anyway, thank you for having me up here. I literally have no idea what to do. Stop clapping. Oh my God, that's Riley. If you couldn't hear the fat clapping through his hands, it was effusive. I'm trying to find like that fat movement where Aaron was up here earlier. He's like, look, if I'm on the stage, it creeps. I'm like, well,
love you, Steve.
Who's Steve? Yes. Wait, is that Jake again? Jake, are you talking? Cheese guy?
Are you talking about the cripple over here?
No, I didn't. I don't talk about cripples. I mock them. But I don't talk about them. That's rude. It's like it assumes they can hear like people, but that's not true.
Oh no.
I don't know why God like puts comedians on stage when he just made disabled people. Yeah! The worst thing in the world, apparently, as a stand-up comic is knowing when one guy laughs, like that's the level of your comedy. It's like, oh, it's for 73 IQ people. Don't drown in your soup later, sir. The world, apparently, as a stand-up comic is knowing when one guy laughs, like that's the level of your comedy. It's like, oh, it's for 73 IQ people. Don't drown in your soup later, sir.
Wow, we gotta laugh.
You know, disabled people are cool, I think. Like, why is that funny? I thought I was the monster.
It turns out I'm just a viewer. Turn back on you.
No, disabled people are great. Like, you guys, there's one of them.
What's not wrong?
Not Johnny.
They're not that great.
Johnny's up here talking about all his problems. I'm like,
Oh,
Like
Johnny
a
was
shitty
there.
disabled
Johnny
person.
Crutches.
Have you heard of Stephen Hawking, sir? That guy was pretty good at stuff. He wasn't good at walking. Worse than you, which is something.
He's doing better than Ray. He's literally doing better than Ray did. Whenever I've seen Ray, he's doing better than Ray.
He's really good at opening his mouth or talking, like get a computer to do. That's my favorite conspiracy theory, though, right, guys? Like, if you heard that one, they're like, as if Stephen Hawking said anything. As if it weren't the news.
There is no
Writing into his machine to make him say what they want. Like, it wasn't very official, like, it wasn't great. They didn't talk about bank loans or anything. They didn't have inflated numbers and talk about missing teeth. Like, I don't know what's going on with that, but that's my favorite Stephen Hawking conspiracy. They're like, no, they definitely took him over and said stuff from his chair. I'm like, but it's the same stuff that, like, other retarded people would say. So I'm not sure why Stephen Hawking.
That's the hacky thing now to call everybody retarded. That's what hacky comics do, but he doesn't even know how hacky it is because it's his first time allegedly.
Wins that award, but he won a lot though because he was good at stuff. Right? He wasn't good at standing, he wasn't good at talking, but he's really good at like math, right? He's
Things are getting quiet.
pretty good at adultery too. I don't know if you guys know that. But like,
Takes one to know one.
look, I know. Look, I've seen this crowd. There are lots of adulterers out here. Like, look at you guys. You know who you are. But give me an Instagram or whatever. No, like, but he was better at it than you because he's crippled and his penis doesn't work, and he still managed to swindle a nurse over his own wife. He's like, "I am leaving you, you bitch." And she's like, "What the?" He's like, "This dick only works for nurses who are brunette." And he did it, and I was like, "Oh my god, he's great at
Uh-oh, things are getting slow.
some stuff." But again, mostly math, but also the second one. But like Stephen Hawking's weird because he's like, it's like, how does this guy even happen? Like, because he's like, well, he used to be like a stand-up guy, but he's not. Like, then later it wasn't so easy. And you're like, what happened? And you're like, okay, no, I know. Look, I can explain this. Like, I'm a Christian, like, so I believe in God. He's divine him and everything. I'm a Calvinist, right? So you're all here for a reason. You didn't have to take that up with him. I don't know what you did wrong, but he's like, it's like God sitting there. He's playing with his Legos, right? And then like his dad comes along. He's like, here's a Technic set with no instructions. Like, what am I supposed to do with this? He's like, I don't know. So he makes like this weird motorized wheelchair out of all the new parts that don't look like Lego parts. And he's like, so I'll put this guy in it. And he sits Stephen Hawking in there. And what could go wrong? And Dad God, like, because there's like a lot of them, right? Like, there's like at least three. I don't know how Catholic you guys are. There's three of them. There's like the dad one, the son one who's also the dad, and the wife one who's the Holy Ghost, who's also the dad. The wife one's weird though, well, because she's like normal, right? She's like in the background, but always criticizing like everybody. Not God though, like not criticizing God, like everybody else. Like, no, like I'm gonna teach you guys how to speak, but you guys can suck at it. So like, here's your tongues are on fire. And they're like, Jesus Christ. They're like, no, that's what I want you to not say. Like, can you just not say that one? Anyway, so like the dad God's there and he hands him the Technic set. The kid God, that's Jesus, for those of you who are religious. He's like, no, Dad, I made this thing and it turned out to be a problem. He's like, what? It's like, look at this guy. He's in this like motorized wheelchair. Whoa, I've never seen one of those before. It's like a speaking spell with wheels. That's weird. He's like, what could be wrong with that? It's like just gonna run around being like alphabet ALPHABET. And he's like, no, it solved all of our riddles in physics. Like all of them at once. Really? What do we do with that guy? I don't know. Gone. Stephen Hawking's dead. I don't know if you guys know this. He's not good at being alive.
Was that a segue? Anyway, he's doing his best. He got off to a good start.
Failures. An idiot. Are you so smart? No, you could have tried to avoid. No, a flat line. But you didn't. Because you're dead. I keep beating this joke, but God kept him alive for a long time. His teeth were going up to his eyes like he was rude. Okay. Anyway, we're gonna move on to the disabled jokes. So Lisa fits some material. There's a black guy here, right?
Yes.
Yes!
Nick.
I was hoping for so many more of you. Wait,
Nick.
Who's that? Gino trying to say the N-word? Wow, who's he? Don Rickles? Is there any black guys here?
Yes!
Nick.
I was hoping for
Are
so
we saying Nick?
many more of you.
Nick.
Yeah. Look, I know you're not dressed. I can't see you.
Oh, why? Because he's black?
No, because there's light in my eyes. He's smiling.
I like the rapport him and Steel Toe have. They should have tried to do more with that.
There's light in my eyes, and also I don't see colors, so I intentionally avoid him. I was hoping there would be more black people, but I forgot it was Minnesota.
People are leaving?
I'm here. I was hoping there would be more black people, but I forgot it was Minnesota.
They're leaving. You're going to get some walkouts when you go racial.
We can't hide here. Why? Because the winter, it snows, and they're black. They got grass in the background. This is not a complicated joke. This is the intro to the joke.
Sir, a full reason.
So anyway,
Anything you need, sir. He's an admin.
I was hoping there was more, because I have a bunch of 13% jokes.
Nope.
I don't know if you guys are familiar with that. Let me just do this. No. Let's pretend there's at least 4 black people here. And not make fun of like how little people are actually here. No, we're going to do this. There's at least 4 black people here. And so it's like, it's great because you can say, look, I'm glad to be here with at least a couple black people because we all know 13% of people are responsible for 50% of the. Oh my God, this is that moment that you realize you. Is this is your racism check? Don't cash it.
I liked it.
Unless it's at a TCF bank roll.
Oh.
If you're not black, you don't understand that joke. But if you're black or worked in banking, you literally do. CCF, that's when they don't ask me questions. Where's your check going? Literally drugs. It didn't go to child support.
Look at these guys. Look at these 2 meatheads. They don't get any of this stuff. Look at these 2 meatheads where the cursor is.
Racist than you.
It didn't go to child support.
What the? I was way less racist than you.
That's not me. This is your racism, man.
No,
I'm imposing on you.
I understand. You're cerebral. Watch us.
TCF is the only place where people have showed up less to pay their debts than their own family. Jesus Christ.
Why?
But will you let me finish my racist joke? It's really like I'm trying to hide my own racism by blaming you.
Look at a fat girl in a corner yawning. Because, again, this is not for most people.
Family. Jesus Christ.
Why?
But will you let me finish my racist joke? It's really like I'm trying to hide my own racism by blaming you people.
Shut up, I'm trying to hear this thing.
Oh my God, it's like a it's like a Rosetta Stone of how to say white in here. Blanca, blanco, blanc, white, who white? Okay, on the hard R, sorry, Riley.
All right, you guys win. And that made me sleepy watching fucking stand-up is always. I mean, maybe I'm biased, but stand-up is just fucking brutal. You can tell the people, again, most of the people in the audience they didn't give a shit. But April and whatever friends they had, they were all like, "Oh, this is amazing." But most of the people are like, "Huh? When's Dan Soder get here?" Everyone likes Dan Soder because he does impressions. Yesterday, Ricotta said your stream became an all lesbian show after Mike left, completely ignoring that. Of the three of you, Buschetti looks the most like an old lesbian. Dr. Nick can't do comedy. Yes. Yeah, Patty Rossberg had that hilarious joke about Mike Buschetti in the roasts, about Mike looks like a 68-year-old lesbian or whatever. Again, he's trying to do, he thinks he's the master of all trades. That's what he thinks he is. That's why he can do anything. He could probably climb Mount Everest if he wanted to. He could do stand-up. He could do whatever. He's one of those race car drivers. You put him in any scenario, he's going to win. But he can't pay his mortgage? His mom had to pay his mortgage? Nick met April on that blessed night. My sources are telling me April was recording it, and that's why you heard all the laughing. The reality is, that was 23. So the reality is, Nick Ricotta was still 23. His money was down. I'm looking at it right here. 23, his money was down, but he made $83,000 that year in super chats. 2022, he made $442,000. So he went from $442,000 to $83,000 in 2023. So he was on a downward slope, but he was still making some money. But again, the Ricottas, the Imholtz were so desperate to do better, to hit the goal, if you will, that they had to imagine wife swapping to get your show. Imagine wife swapping to get your show boosted. I say that boosted because you know what Coke does. Oh my God. No, imagine you're like, honey, we gotta, you mind if we wife swap? Because we gotta pick up the pace over here. Honey, do you mind wife swapping? She's like, what? Well, Nick Ricotta, he wants to hang out with us, but I think he's grooming you. But it'll probably help our numbers.
All right. Well, I had a great time, man. I hope it all goes well.
It was a fun show today. I really enjoyed today.
It all led to this. And I'm still trying to get Johnny Rockets on my show. It all led to this. Him introducing Nick Ricotta that night led to this. Whatever the fuck he's wearing. Is that part of the Dungeons and Dragons attire?
Show. Thank you very much for coming on.
Having me.
But yeah, you don't want to watch this next half hour. It's going to get gross. Thank you.
I'll pray for you.
Thank you I love it when people pray for me. I always enjoy prayers. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Well, guys, we're a ways away. 10 memberships or so, and I think we'll be back in the game. See where we're at, because we've done a great show with a bunch of stuff that can be clipped out that probably won't.
Kevin Breannan was brutal to him. Kevin Breannan and it was the first time Nick had ever done comedy and
But they're friends with him. They're friends with him. They're not gonna watch somebody besmirch Nick Ricotta's not good name. Where's Tukey?
Ricotta knew this. Oh, sorry, Kevin knew this. Kevin Breannan
as a headline of a really funny show.
So he said
we don't really care what Kevin has to say about it. Rekieta'S hilarious. Yep.
Yeah.
Crushed.
Yeah, he's hilarious. Yeah, I know he's edgy. I said it. I'll say it before I'll say it. If you listen, this guy's cutting edge. It's Nick Ricotta doing coke with your kids. That's even Sam Kinison didn't stoop that high or low.
He was the headliner. All right, Moody has a headline of a really funny show.
So he said
we don't really care what Kevin has to say about it.
It's one line. It's one line. So he said Kevin Breannan was brutal to him. Kevin Breannan it was the first time Nick had ever done comedy and Ricotta knew this. Oh, sorry, Kevin knew this.
Worse than you.
him basically scrambling after Chrissy canceled, and he put Nick on as the headliner.
Right.
And he had never done stand-up.
Right.
Yeah, all this Nick Ricotta business is Chrissy Mayer's dad's fault for getting murdered.
So that's what he cares about. Like he could, but he admits in the clip that he couldn't get a local state to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And he even called Gino, and Gino was like, I don't want to fly in tomorrow, emergency, and they're not going to be happy. Chrissy's not there, and he had to refund like 25 tickets. He said.
Yeah. Okay. And Kevin was like, this is a mediocre set of someone's first.
I call it like I see it. I'm not ball washing anybody. I don't take anybody's side. I just call it like I see it. So he was doing better than Ray. Maybe it was a hot crowd, but he's doing better than I've ever seen Ray do with any crowd.
And he's doing pretty good, actually. It was the opposite of what he said, is that Kevin was crushing him. And he was like
Kevin's opinion that we hear about Steel Toe being a hypocrite.
Yeah. And we didn't know how good Nick was going to be.
We didn't. We had no idea. It was his first time. And that was kind of the...
What size jersey is that? Is that like an extra small? Or a boy's medium? Who gets a tight jersey? I know Carl would love to be around that tight jersey.
Linchpin to the whole thing. Like Nick going way over his time.
All right, I'm running out of gas. How much longer are they going to go? How much longer I got to watch Teo Hank?
And killing, and the room absolutely loving him.
We brought him on for a guest spot. That's not what a guest spot is. You made him headline the show.
Right.
It's very different than a guest spot.
Again, Carl's an expert on stand-up comedy.
And he went for an hour or something like that. He did a long time.
By the way, Johnny and Lila...
He didn't do an hour.
The Heart, who are comics, opened up for both Aaron and Nick.
Like a beautiful career in comedy available for
yes.
me. Like, look, because that's the worst part. It was
probably a hot crowd. Like I said, when you start doing stand-up, sometimes you just get a good crowd and you think, oh, you're all of a sudden you're good. But then the next crowd, it averages out. When you start out, sometimes you step into a hot crowd and you just think you don't know. So you're like, oh, I'm good. And then the next crowd is not hot. And then after a while, it's all up to you. It's not up to the crowd. There's the difference between like an amateur and a good comic. You can't rely on the crowd. If you confront a bad crowd, you got to make them a better crowd. That's how I knew I was getting good at comedy. Because they'd be like, yeah, this crowd sucks. I'd be like, we'll see about that. Because, again, I'd rather have a mediocre crowd than a hot crowd. A hot crowd, you almost have no respect for. Because they laugh at everybody and everything.
It's his first time. He's never done it before. He's seen it from the other side. Maybe he's always thought, I bet I could do that.
Like Vietnam, seen it from the other side.
I don't think it's that hard. And he gets on stage and he crushes it. He steps over his time. He does no wrong the whole thing. It's like, oh my God, I'm like
Yeah, he didn't do that good. All right, I can't watch this anymore. They're not going to talk about me. They're talking about Aaron being a hypocrite. I have emails from Clubfoot praising Steel Toe and calling Mountain garbage. These guys are nothing. They're talking about Aaron being a hypocrite. I have emails from Clubfoot praising Steel Toe and calling Mountain garbage. These guys are, everybody's a grifter. They're all grifting. So I'm not going to watch Nick Ricotta set. Again, I don't do coke with my kids, but I'm not going to watch a guy set and be like, he's bombing if he's not bombing, because then I look like a fucking clown. So, and again, he was doing, again, it was probably a hot crowd. They're all supporting, they're all fans of Steel Toe, blah, 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 blah. So that's usually a crowd that's usually a little hyped up if they're kind of all there for the same reason or whatnot, or it's a fundraiser. I guess that was an anniversary show. So, they're there to have a good time. They're not sitting, they're not just going to a comic club. They don't know who's going to be there. They're just kind of like, well, yeah, we're here. So I don't even know what he's saying. I'm running out of gas. I really am. This weather's killing me. Anyway, they're talking about Aaron being a hypocrite. Oh, yeah, no, what I was saying is, if I watch fucking somebody do a stand-up set and then be like, and the guy's not bombing, and then I say he's bombing, then I look like a clown. So that so I just said the truth. He was doing better than I've ever seen Ray do. I haven't seen Ray do a lot of shows, but I've never seen Ray do a good stand-up show. Like even Ray puts up clips where he's not doing well. I mean, that's the best he can do. All right. All right, yeah, I can't watch that anymore. I'm getting a little lightheaded, so I might have to go to the doctor. I have to go to urgent care. They'd be like, "What's the problem?" Well, I was watching this clip show, Patrick Melton and Clubfooted Carl, and now I'm dizzy. They'll be like, "Oh yeah, enough said."